All right, hello and welcome everyone to another class in our Trending Thursday class series. My name is Charlotte Scheid. I'm one of the Giant Company dietitians. Really appreciate everybody being here today. Hopefully everybody is staying warm. I know I am definitely trying to stay warm in this very cold weather. It even started snowing out just about 15 minutes ago, so definitely feels like winter. But thanks everybody for being here. Our topic is one of my favorite topics to talk about, and that is on gut health. So much research with gut health, how the gut affects many different types of things. So we are going to discuss that today. But I wanted to start with just a fun trivia question to see what you already know about the gut. Or even if you don't know about the gut, you can go ahead and answer it too. So let me get this up. Okay, so our trivia question for today is what percentage of the body's immune function is in the gut, which is really important this time of year with so many germs going around and a lot of different types of sicknesses. So again, what percentage of the body's immune function is in the gut? All right, so let me go ahead and end that poll and let's see what everybody had to say. All right, so it looks like a lot of you said 70%, but then some also said 40, 50, and a few said 20. So the answer is actually 70%, and about 70 to 80% of the body's immune function is in the gut. So just a fun fact to think about as we talk about gut health today. So thanks everybody for answering that question. All right. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the gut microbiome. So I absolutely love this picture because I think it just really visually you can see about the different types of bacteria in the gut. So most of the bacteria in the gut is concentrated in the large intestine. So you can see in that picture right there. So the gastrointestinal tract is a very active and complex tract that plays a role in overall health. So that gut microbiome or gut flora, so the healthy bacteria that live there help the intestine in its role as a barrier. So it allows nutrients to be absorbed and keeps toxins and pathogens out from entering the body. So maintaining a healthy gut microbiome enhances immune function, improves absorption of nutrients, and also helps to reduce bloating. And again, 70 to 80% of the body's immune function is in the gut. So we have about 100 trillion bacteria in the gut. So a lot of stuff going on in there. So something to think about. So what affects our gut flora, so that gut microbiome? So age does. So of course, as we age, we have less diversity in the gut. So sometimes more of kind of the harmful bacteria than the good bacteria. So we always want to incorporate different types of strategies, nutrition-wise, to get that helpful bacteria in the gut. So long-term dietary habits can also play a role. So studies have found that a Western diet, high in fat, especially saturated fat, and then protein from animal products, especially the high in fat protein from animal products. And then a diet low in plant food has less bacterial diversity. Also lifestyle, so if you smoke, lack of exercise, which of course in the colder weather can sometimes be hard to do that this time of year, but that definitely affects our gut flora or gut microbiome. Of course, chronic stress affects a ton of different things with our body, but definitely our gut. Also sleep, if we're not sleeping very well, not getting enough sleep, that can affect it. Weight, so being overweight or obese can have an effect. And also some medications. So if you have long-term antibiotic use, antacids and that type of thing can affect the bacteria in the gut. So what is the benefit of a healthy gut? So these are just a few of the many different types of benefits of a healthy gut, especially when you do some more research into it. It's very, very interesting, I think. And what's even more interesting and something I think fun is that there's still research going on, and we're just really I'm trying to think of the saying I'm trying to think of, but there's just so much research to be done about the gut. So improved digestion and absorption of nutrients, regular bowel movements, especially if you have chronic diarrhea or bowel issues, helps with weight management, healthy skin complexion, reduced risk of many different types of diseases, helps to boost energy and mood, which I know that I really appreciate, as well as enhanced immune function as well, because we know about 70 to 80% of a function is housed in the gut. So a lot of different benefits with our gut health. So what are probiotics? So I'm sure a lot of you have heard about probiotics and prebiotics. So probiotics are live microorganisms, so mostly bacteria, that are the same or similar to those found in the gut. So they are good bacteria found in certain foods that help maintain that barrier function of the intestine and improve its immune system. So for probiotics to be effective, they must be active or live cultures of bacteria. So probably if you have bought yogurt in store, that usually says like live and active cultures, that's what that means. So the most common, especially in yogurt, are lactobacilli and bifidobacteria, which are in dairy, which probably for probiotics, that's the most common type of food source that probably people are consuming probiotics. But then there are other strains as well. So what they help to do is fight that harmful bacteria species that can be present in the gut, especially if you have some type of disease and that type of thing. And they're usually measured in colony forming units. So you may see that on supplements or different type of products. It's measured in colony forming units of how much is in something. So probiotic function helps to maintain and restore a healthy gut, helps to reverse dysbiosis. So dysbiosis meaning that more harmful bacteria than good. Helps with absorption of vitamins and minerals. So vitamin B12, vitamin K, folate, and biotin. Strengthens the immune system, prevents that pathogenic colonization, so provides a barrier to that bad bacteria that we do not want. Helps to improve digestion, as well as provides short chain fatty acids that provide energy for the cell. So a lot of different function with probiotics and many reasons to incorporate them into our diet. Okay, so what does the research show? So probiotics are beneficial with the following conditions. So I don't have to read them all, but I thought one I'm always interested in is, mood, mental health, so depression and anxiety, so that gut and brain connection, which I think is a really interesting topic. Also, different type of things like ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease, irritable bowel, and those types of things, even eczema in children. But again, a lot of research with this topic, so more to come. It's only the beginning. So they've only touched on just a little bit of, it's just a very complex topic, but makes it very interesting as well. Okay. So probiotic sources. So again, a lot of you probably have seen dairy-based probiotic foods. So yogurt and kefir, or kefir, buttermilk, some aged cheeses. Also plant-based and non-dairy probiotic foods. So things like sauerkraut, kimchi, which is a Korean fermented vegetables, usually cabbage and radishes, and tempeh, which is a fermented soy product. Also beverages, kombucha, which has become popular in the past couple of years. So that's a fermented tea. Also, what's popular, especially with food manufacturers, is adding it to certain foods. So different types of juices. Orange juice is a popular one that you may see like probiotics, or will say like probiotics are added to it. Nutrition bars like energy bars, different types of cereals, even I think infant formula they add probiotics to that as well. And then supplements as well. So you can see the Nature Made, the probiotics as a supplement that you can purchase in the store, and then the Good Belly juice, probiotics in that too. So a lot of different ways to get in your probiotics into the diet. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about prebiotics. So I will be talking about, probably for those of you who have attended classes before, you're already familiar with Olipop. This is a great way to incorporate our prebiotics. But prebiotics help to feed and strengthen the good bacteria, which is the probiotics. And it's classified as a dietary fiber. So substances that feed the probiotics or that helpful bacteria and help them thrive in the GI tract. It's almost like, giving this healthy bacteria food. So they also release short chain fatty acids, which decrease the pH of the colon, which helps with enhanced mineral absorption, as well as decreases survival of pathogens. Also, prebiotics have been shown with research helps to decrease cholesterol, mainly because of the fiber, high in fiber, and then helps to reduce the risk of colon cancer as well. So prebiotics, another good thing to incorporate into our diet. So these are some prebiotic sources. So in our recipe for today, we're going to be incorporating garlic, one of my favorites, but things like wheat, barley, rye, flax like flaxseed, oatmeal, onion, leeks, legumes, asparagus, especially our produce spotlight class series this month is focuses on prebiotics. But asparagus, leafy greens, berries, bananas as well. So these are some products that we have in store. A way to get in our prebiotics. So the probiotics and prebiotics are really the dynamic duo. So again, prebiotics help to feed and strengthen that good bacteria in the gut, the probiotics. So the products or food combinations that contain both a probiotic and a prebiotic are known as symbiotic foods because they work together to benefit the body and the gut. So let's see. So prebiotic food sources, again, I don't have to read those because I just did, but these are just a couple of options. You can always try to eat snacks and meals that incorporate both. For instance, like a yogurt parfait, so Greek yogurt being your probiotic and incorporating blueberries, walnuts, and chia seeds, as well as that prebiotic. But something to keep in mind too is you don't have to eat these always at the same time to get the benefit. You can just incorporate them throughout or in your diet throughout the day, but they don't have to be eaten at the same time to get the benefit of each other. So something to keep in mind. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Olipop. It's one of my new favorite sodas. They have really great flavors, but for those of you who have not been in our classes before that we've been featuring Olipop, it's a new kind of soda. So I have my grape version here. So Olipop combines prebiotics, plant fiber, and botanical extracts to help support digestive health. So these are just 3 of the ingredients that are included in the drinks. So you can see the ingredients for the grape is down below, but cassava root fiber contributes prebiotic fiber. The chicory root inulin is a source of prebiotic fiber and flavonoids, and Jerusalem artichoke inulin adds fiber as well as potassium, iron, and antioxidants. So just 3 ingredients that are included in this drink. What's nice is that there's only 2 to 4 grams of sugar in each can, and 50 calories or less in each can as well, which is nice. What I love is that it's available in 17 different flavors. But one of my favorites, I love the strawberry vanilla, the grape, and the orange. Some of my favorites, but there's many different flavors to choose from. So these are the nutrition facts. So this grape has 45 calories, but 9 grams of fiber, which I know as Americans, a lot of times we have a lot of issues getting in fiber throughout the day, but this is very beneficial for the gut. If you have not tried this in store, definitely check it out. I think you'll really like it. So I just wanted to mention that about Olipop. Since we're discussing about gut health, definitely give it a try and look for it in the store. Okay, so this is the recipe that we're making today. I always love a good quinoa salad. This is a quinoa salad with tahini dressing. So tahini is just a sesame seed paste. So what this recipe is, super easy to make too, but it's 2 packages of our Nature's Promise white quinoa. So I already cooked this in the microwave for 90 seconds and it's been cooling down. So I did that about like maybe 30 minutes before class. We're also going to chop up some broccoli florets, which is right here. So I just purchased just our brand broccoli florets in the bag because they're already pre-washed. And they've already, cut up the florets. So I'm just going to cut them down even more. But that's nice because they're already washed. Also, you can incorporate shredded red cabbage, but I'm going to incorporate our vegetable slaw, which has red cabbage in it. I don't know if anybody has tried this before, but this is our Nature's Promise vegetable slaw. So what this has in it is, it has that green cabbage, red cabbage, organic broccoli, and organic carrots. So I thought this was a nice one to put in this. So we're going to be using that, just a half a bag of that. I already juiced a lemon. So our lemon, tahini, which is that sesame seed paste, some honey and garlic. And you can put salt and pepper on it if you want as well, but you don't have to. And then at the end, we're going to top it with roasted, unsalted sunflower seeds, which I have right here, which will definitely give it a really nice crunch. So per serving gives 5 grams of fiber, and then 8 grams of protein as well. The other thing I was thinking about before class, what I think would be nice if you just put some type of legume on it. You could put chickpea on it. I think chickpeas would probably be the best to put on it if you want a little bit more fiber and protein. But this is our recipe today, especially with if you're worried about like high blood pressure or heart health. This recipe only has 30 milligrams of sodium, which is really nice. But again, you can make this ahead of time and just put it in the refrigerator throughout the week. And I think the flavors even combine even more, but you can have it throughout the week. And this recipe gets 2 guiding stars, which is nice. So we know that Guiding Stars is our nutritional navigation program on recipes or products in stores. So the more stars that it has, the more nutritionally beneficial that it is. So this one gets 2 guiding stars. So a lot of great nutrition with this recipe. All right. I will stop sharing my screen and we will get started. Actually, let me just answer just a couple of these questions really quick. So does rye include rye bread? So we mentioned rye with prebiotics, so it does include rye bread. And our probiotics that are added to foods as helpful as naturally occurring probiotics in food. And yes, they are. And is any yogurt okay to have, or do you have to do Greek yogurt? I think if it has live and active cultures in it, it's definitely beneficial. Of course, with any type of yogurt, you want to look at how much added sugar is in the yogurt. Because if it's too much sugar, that's something we don't always want a lot of. But definitely look for those live and active cultures in the yogurts. So those are some good questions. Okay. All right, so let's get started with our recipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop up our broccoli. So this bag is 12 ounces. So that's how much broccoli that we want. I'm just going to do one for half of the bag at a time that you can see this. So I'm just going to chop down this broccoli just into smaller pieces. You can really do whatever size that you want, I think. I'm just going to just chop it down a little bit more so there's not a lot, like too much chunks in it. All right. So again, just chopping down this broccoli to be a little bit smaller. Has anybody ever used tahini in a salad before? And you can put your answer in the chat. I think tahini really is a nice flavor for any type of salad. See if anybody did that. This looks like a lot of you are saying no. I think there was somebody said yes too, but definitely give the salad a shot if you have not. All right, let me just put this down a little bit further. I think that is good. Let me go ahead and put this in my bowl. You see I have my bowl right here. So I'm just going to add the broccoli. You could probably even chop this down even further, but I always like somewhat of a decent size with broccoli. All right. And again, these broccoli florets are already washed, which makes them nice. I'm just going to do the rest of this bag, which is the 12 ounce. I'm just going to chop it down. So again, this recipe has a lot of nice fiber in it, which is beneficial for the gut and especially probiotic with garlic. All right, so I think that looks pretty good. Put back my bowl. And then after I put this broccoli in, I'm going to put about half of my vegetable slaw in the bowl too. Okay, so I'll put this bowl here. Me actually move this. Actually, I'm going to bring the bowl back. Move this cutting board to the side. Okay, so again, we're using Nature's Promise vegetable slaw for this recipe. So I'll do about half. Then we're going to put in our 2 bags, pouches of white quinoa. I think this has cooled down a decent amount. And then I'll give this a good, or after I put this quinoa in, I'll give it a good stir and then we'll create our dressing. And then at the very end is when you want to put on our sunflower seeds. All right, so I'm mixing up these three things. So again, this is broccoli, our vegetable slaw, and then white quinoa, which I already put in the microwave before class and then cooled down. All right, so let's create our dressing. Okay, so I have my bowl right here. So the first thing I'm going to add, I just juiced 1 lemon. So that's our lemon juice. You can also do like the juice that is already in the container, but I always like fresh lemon juice. I think it just is really nice. This is our sesame tahini. So you're going to be adding 1/4 of a cup. I guess a lot of you said that you have not used the tahini, but really nice flavor. There's 1/4 of a cup measuring. Measure 1/4 of a cup. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's do a little bit more. All right, just going to add this. Also going to add 1/4 cup of water. We're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of honey. This is just our brand honey. My tablespoon, measuring spoon right here. So again, 1.5. One, and then 1/2. Okay. And we're going to add in our garlic. This, which is we're going to do 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon. So again, the garlic I'm using, which I've probably mentioned in every class, the minced garlic, just nice to have in the refrigerator so you can pull it out as you need it. One of my favorite products that I always have on hand. Here's our minced garlic. So we're going to do 1 teaspoon. Be able just a tad bit more because I really love garlic. So again, garlic, a really good prebiotic, beneficial for the gut. All right, so I'm just going to stir this up just so that tahini gets spread out, or mixed well, I should say. So someone asked, do you think that you could sub maple syrup for the honey? I think that you could. I think you could definitely do that. And again, with this recipe, you can add just a little bit of salt and pepper if you would like it as well. Back this. Here, we need to put this dressing on. I'm just going to put on about 1/2 of it. I'm going to stir it. Just say mix it. And we'll do the other 1/2 as well. Just trying to get everything not marinated. Just hopefully the dressing gets on everything. All right. I'm just stirring this up just to make sure that the dressing gets on everything. It definitely smells really good. And then lastly, once this is mixed well, we're just going to add on some sunflower seeds, which give it a really nice crunch. All right, I think that looks good. So this is our sunflower seeds, so roasted and unsalted right here. So we're just going to add some on top. You can also mix that in as well. So this is our quinoa salad with tahini dressing salad. Definitely really good for the gut. A lot of fiber in it. Very easy to make, and you can make it ahead of time and then eat it throughout the week. But it has again has whole grain quinoa, which is, have a lot of fiber, beneficial for the gut, but then garlic as well, which is a prebiotic. So hopefully for those of you who have not tried tahini, definitely give this a shot. And also next time you're in store, definitely try out Olipop. Again, one of my new favorites. New favorite sodas, has great prebiotics in it, which are beneficial for the gut, which we know that is the 70% of the immune function is housed in the gut. So we want to keep our guts healthy. So hopefully this gives everybody a recipe idea for gut health, and hopefully you learned a little bit something more about gut health, but definitely something important to keep in mind and to keep it healthy. All right.